Jawaballs!
Alright, well, here it is. My display board as it stands right now. Let me give the lights. So, I've got my little Tyranid spires on there. This is not, it's Tuesday afternoon. They came really fast. I'm going to airbrush those like last. And I laid out my little trenches here, and I put the lighting in. And the first thing I did was I used my crackle paint, and I spread that around really well, and it crackled. And then I used a little bit of gloss varnish to kind of help set the crackling. It kind of freezes it in place. Right, so so it's locked in, sort of. I'll have to give it another couple of sprays. So, and then I got some spray adhesive, and I sprayed it down really well throughout the rest of the board, the flat areas, and I put some modeling sand on it, which I'm about to go dump off. And then I'm going to let it set for like an hour or two. Then come back in with the spray gloss and just give it a really, really heavy, thick coat of spray gloss. Then I'm going to spray the whole thing black, and then use my spray paint here to give it a coat of this khaki tan color. And then I'm going to dry brush and wash and dry brush. Give it a wash with Agrax Earth Gloss, and then a dry brush with just the bone color. And then that's going to be it. Quick and easy. Oh, then the resin goes in for the river. I'm going to tint it green, and we'll see how it looks. Anyway, what do you guys think so far, huh? Here, let me angle it so you can see better, maybe. It actually looks kind of good right now. Kinda. My son is sitting here trying not to be in my way. What's the matter? Right? I'm really happy with those Tyranid spires, especially how they kind of frame the back part of the board. I'm pretty psyched about this thing. I stopped over at a awards store, and I ordered a little plaque to put on the frame that says just the Blood Angels by Chris Dubuque. And here it is. So I'm going to actually go right now and dump all the sand off, and we'll see how it looks. I'll come back in a bit. Okay, so what's interesting here is that my acrylic paint had separated, and I didn't get the acrylic plastic coating on this I really wanted. So the materials that I've been using, the spray paint and the spray glue, I guess, are caustic to foam. So they're pretty much everywhere I sprayed that spray foam, even though I was spraying it on top of acrylic paint, has kind of set in, melted into the foam itself. It's my hope that that kind of melt is just stopping now, and then the sand that I placed over those spots is going to just stop the melt. There's a difference between intentionally kind of having these little melted divots versus it looking like crap. So my hope is that it will dry, harden, and cure and seal, so that when I come back in with the spray paint or the gloss to seal it all in, then the spray paints to paint it all, that it's going to be it's going to hold up. Because I ain't got time to start again. This is it. But it definitely looks, there's like a swirly pattern with the crackle. It looks kind of like a melted down, irradiated world to me, at least, which is my goal. Oh yeah, it's got to just sit. Please stop melting. Please just hold. Hold! Don't melt. So in the future, I'm going to buy some brand new fresh acrylic paint and put a thick layer down. That will protect the foam underneath. Sad part is I knew it would happen, and I just didn't care. I was hoping it would not happen, but it did. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying my learning with me as I reinvent myself here on YouTube, right before your very eyes. Trial and error. Yeah, look, there's like a whole divot right here. Stop melting. Oh boy. Alright, well, more to come. Just a quick little update for you. So here it is, as of now. Let's see, I haven't done the dry brushing yet to tone down the glossiness of the Agrax Earth Shade Gloss Shade. I'm gonna do that, and I have the lights kind of covered up with masking tape, so it looks very muted right now. But I'm not sure if I'm sold on it. I think now that the color has settled a bit, I'm a little more happy with it. I wasn't very pleased with how light the color is. I don't know. What do you guys? Well, it's kind of hard to ask what you think. What do you think? What's back there? Can we see what's going on here? So, I'm tempted to get the airbrush and spray a darker layer, but then I'm gonna have to do a new wash, which I don't have another whole. I used up a whole large pot. I mean, this is glossy, and I don't like gloss wash for shade. I mean, why you don't shade with gloss? Shade should be matte. So I'm a little. I don't know what to do. Do I go with this? I mean, I guess I have to set some models up and see how they look. Let's see how they pop. It's kind of hard for you to see that, but am I digging this? The look is not really far, honestly, from the basing I already have. That's a problem. They don't pop. The basing should make the models pop. The bases work well, but the terrain board, maybe I just got to do a dry brush. You know what, I think just for the sake of time, I'm going to go with this. Let's get the, here, let's do this. Get the frame out. Get the frame in place. Maybe that will help me with my issue. Ooh! What do you think? Honestly, what a difference that makes. I'm kind of digging this. Yeah. I'm going to go with this. That black border around the outside just brings it all together. You see that? How that worked? It's funny how just color and light works. So I'm going to do a dry brush on this now. Hopefully bring out a lot of the crackles that are kind of hidden. Because one thing that happened is I was so concerned about the crackle flaking off that I overdid it by spraying a varnish, gloss varnish on there, so which kind of filled in a lot of the crackle. So the crackle gets kind of lost. It filled in a lot of the spaces, in addition to melting the foam, which is okay. I don't mind the melted. It adds more terrain, more variety in terrain. So I guess I can pull this up because I'm not going to spray anymore. So I think the dry brushing will then help these guys to pop. At this point, this is what I got. So I'm going to go with it. Alright, tomorrow this will be finished. I have tomorrow off. More to come. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking this is looking pretty spiffy. I used this varnish I've had kind of sitting around. I bought this on clearance sale someplace. Winsor Newton, which is like one of the best possible art supply companies. It's a matte varnish. It's a gentle varnish. It's meant to be, you know, it's removable for finishing like high quality artwork. Anyway, I used this to kind of help tone down that ultra gloss I had going on, and what a difference it made. I'm gonna let it set overnight and give it a good blast with that matte varnish again. One of the issues was the little pooling areas of the varnish that set up, especially like right here. They were really giving a lot of reflection. You can see those dark areas, and they were causing a pretty high gloss, and that was throwing me off. Over there is an area that needs more love with the spray, right? I got my fan on, it's just blowing all that stuff away. So while I was I also got out some Army Painter Necrotic Flesh spray. I've had this can for 10 years, and I sprayed the inside of those spires. I'm gonna get my airbrush and do the outside again with black and then purple, and give it a wash with a I'll probably go with sepia on the inside, and then dry brush it with bone color, and then paint the bony parts bone, and let that set. You know, I'm not gonna get crazy on the spires, but for the most part, there it is. So once that's all done, I'm gonna put in the resin to cover up the lights and just have the glowing effect. I'm pretty excited how it's gonna look, and I also got myself a little name plaque that's gonna be right here that just simply says "The Blood Angels" by Chris Dubuque, forgoing the Jawaballs name. I'm pretty happy with this. What do you guys think? For a crunch last minute effort, undoing my tragic catastrophe, I've got a pretty serviceable display board. So now I got to figure out how to get this thing attached to the cart. Look at my look at my workstation. It's just a wreck. It's such a mess in here, just from everything being torn apart. There's my Centurions, complete. I need to put some flocking on them, some little, I'm using those kind of grass things. The other two are over there. There's the rest of the dudes, and then there's my pile of shame. My Sanguinary Guard. They are my mission tomorrow, in addition to my display board, to finish them. They're mostly done. I just need to kind of make the details pop with a little more contrast, and do the eyes. The weapons are done, so they're in pretty good shape. They just need some love. And that's it. I'm pretty excited. Down to the wire. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday's my last night to work. Thursday I'm going to spend some time just doing final details, like purity seals, making sure all the details are done. And it matters when you're being judged for best painted. It comes down to little things. One year I did not win best painted at Nova one year with my old classic Blood Angels Army because I did not paint the backs of the angel wings. They were just gray. And that was it. When it came time for the final judging, he's like, yeah, well, you didn't paint the back of the angel wings. And I was like, the little things matter. So I make sure to get all of the little things now. Every single purity seal on those dudes. And every one of my units has squad markings, because that matters. Even my Sanguinary Guard, they've got different color shoulder pads to delineate the different squads. All right, well, I can go on and on, just kind of bullshitting. Well, pardon my French. oh my goodness. So here it is. After this tournament, I'm gonna clean this room. Oh, look at that. Look at all my goodies. I'll show all this stuff to you. I'm going to tear this room apart, clean it, reorganize it, and get rid of all the mess and kind of reset myself. I've been far too busy the last several weeks to worry about that. Things have to get done. Anyway, lots more to come. The display board just needs a little bit of dry brushing now. All right, see you soon.